Oh, I don't think that I am having enough space here to do actions like my sensei, Patrick Collins, but I am still trying my best to follow him as much as possible. Whether be it in terms of going to the gym, lifting weights, gaining muscles, still nothing is there. Developing smart contracts, helping others on Stack Exchange, making facial expressions like him, and whatnot. Oh, the recording is already started. Sorry. So, the first tutorial is all about installation of MetaMask, adding MetaMask extension to the browser, setting up of account, some security concerns related to the storing of 12 words secret phrase, requesting funds from the faucet, from the Chainlink faucet, including the native token as well as the link token, and the adding of link token to the MetaMask so as to showcase the balance of the same. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And it's just a very beginner level tutorial. So without a further ado, let's deep dive into it. So in the browser, we have to search for MetaMask in order to install the MetaMask extension. So like you can use any browser basically, like from Chrome, Firefox, but I personally prefer Brave, like the Brave browser. So you can just go to MetaMask Chrome Web Store. There you will be seeing an option add to Brave. So you can just add it to Brave. You can click on add extension. So it will open this window. You can click I agree to MetaMask and then click on create a new wallet. Click on I agree and then you can create your password. So it's my burner's wallet, so I'm not going to use it for any testnet or mainnet activity. I'm just using it for the sake of demo. So I'm just using any weak password. So in your case, you can use a strong password, and I would recommend you to use separate wallets, basically separate profiles into the Brave, so as to distinguish between the burner wallets and the main wallets, so that you don't end up using the main wallets while interacting with any test activities and all. So you can click on I understand. So you can see, so that's the very secure step that basically you need to take care of. So you don't need to show your private key in any case, and you need to share or show basically, because if you share your private key with anyone, then he can access all of your funds, no matter in which network your funds are stored. As long as they are stored on the same account, then anyone can take it who is having the access to the private key. So that's why it's highly recommended to not share this secret recovery phrase. So the one who is having the access to this secret recovery phrase can have access to all the accounts in the MetaMask wallet that you will be creating in this particular MetaMask account that we are just going to create. So that's why it's highly recommended to not share the secret recovery phrase as well as like the private key. So the private key is basically for a particular wallet, but this recovery phrase is for all the accounts, like all the accounts in that particular wallet. So the private key is for a particular account, and then the recovery phrase is for all the accounts in that particular wallet. So in this case, you can see they are going to reveal the secret recovery phrase, and that's why we need to take care of not revealing it to anyone. But in this case, as I've already mentioned, it's a binance wallet that I'm just showcasing for the testing purposes, and I'm just going to delete it and not using it for my own activity. So you can also read about this. What is a secret recovery phrase? It's a 12-word phrase that is the master key to your wallet and your funds. So you you can store it in a password manager, and you don't need to store it anywhere in a plain text ever. And you can also do the same thing for the private keys. Let me just click on, so you can also watch the video if you want, but I'm just skipping that part. You can just click on secure my wallet, and then you can see, write down your secret recovery phrase, 12-word secret recovery phrase, and save it in a place that you trust and only you can access. So you can save it in a password manager, store in a safe deposit box, write down and store in multiple secret places. And you don't have to, you should never store it in plain text ever, basically. Whether be it in your .env files and all, because if somebody gets access to the keyboard caches and all, then he can still access the last typed keys and all using that. So that's why you should never enter or store your private keys as well as your secret recovery phrase as plain text, especially in your like devices like computers, mobile phones, etc. You can store it like in a paper. You can write it on a paper and then store it somewhere safe, or otherwise you can memorize it. That's pretty better. So you can just click, so I'm just clicking reveal secret recovery phrase, but you never have to do it in front of anyone, and I'm just doing it for the recording purposes, so as to showcase you how to create the MetaMask wallet and all. So let me just click on it. So you can see this is our 12-word secret phrase. Let me just copy it to clipboard. So we need to memorize it, and let me just store it into here you can see. So now you can just click on next. So you can see it's asking for the missing words. Now we can fill in by checking the notes. So you can see novel, catch, unhappy, stem, carry. So you can just click on confirm. So you can see wallet creation is successful, and you have to remember it and you have to store it somewhere safe, because if you forget it, then you can't recover your wallet in any other device. So you can just click on got it, and now you can pin this extension to your browser as it's showing here. Click on next, done. So now it starts showing like this. Now we can also see through the extension it's installed. We can just pin it right here, and we can just close this and access it via extension. So you can see it's connected to mainnet as of now, so that's why you're seeing this ETH balance and everything. But in our case, we'll be using it for testnet. So when you click on enable testnet, then you will be seeing the show test networks. Then you will be seeing the available test networks: Sepolia, Linea Sepolia, Linea Gorilla. But in our case, we'll be using Avalanche Fuji testnet because it is quite cheaper as well as quite faster. Cheaper as compared to Ethereum like Ethereum Sepolia, and faster as compared to something like Polygon MOI. So that's why I prefer to use Avalanche Fuji for faster testing purposes, and it's an L1. So let me just add it to MetaMask via Chainlist. So you can search for Chainlist. So Chainlist is basically a platform which is having the list of all the available networks and also like the RPCs to connect wallet. So let me just enable include testnet and search for Avalanche. So that's basically the main net, which is Avalanche C chain, but we need to connect to the testnet. And you can also note the chain ID that we'll be using for our testing purposes in future. So you can see it's 43113. So it's showing like a list of RPCs, available RPCs. So you can see, so like when we click on connect wallet, so it will just connect our wallet to any of these RPCs. So RPC is basically the one which we use to interact with the EVM, like the corresponding Ethereum virtual machine. For this network, it's basically the Avalanche Fuji's EVM. So let me just connect wallet, click on connect wallet, so it will just open. So you can see like by default it's showing this account being created, which is account 1. So you can just click on next and then confirm. So it's basically adding this particular network. You can read details about that, and you need to be safe like when interacting with your actual wallet. Then you don't just approve anything unless you read and understand all the stuff what it's trying to do on your wallet. So you can see in this case it's basically adding a network to the wallet, and you can just go through the details. Avalanche Fuji testnet, this RPC it's adding, and then this is the chain ID, and this is the currency symbol basically. So in case of Ethereum it's ETH, so, and in case of Binance it's BNB. So in case of Avalanche Fuji, or in case of Avalanche it's AVEX. You can click on view all details also. So that's the block explorer URL that on which we can inspect our transactions and all, like the ether scan in case of Ethereum. So you can just close it and then approve. So it's asking to switch because by default it was on Ethereum mainnet. So now we are switching it to Avalanche Fuji testnet. So we can click on switch network. Now we can see in our wallet we are using Avalanche Fuji, and you can see we are having 0 AVEX because like we haven't funded it with any token yet. But like we don't need to buy test tokens with real money. We can just get it using some faucets, and Chainlink is providing some good faucets that don't require any availability of mainnet funds, because these days like the faucets are used basically, like people are misusing the faucets to drain them using bots and all. So that's why it's asking for the availability of mainnet funds in the wallet and all. But Chainlink is still providing with the limit of like I think one time in 24 hours. So you can just send request to the faucets, and it will send the test tokens along the way. So you can just go to faucets.chain.link and it will show this kind of page. So in our case we need AVEX and we also need link. So but you are not seeing link token here, right? So we can just import it as well. Let me just show you how to do that. So you can search on link token contracts. So here you can see in the docs.chain.link, you can just open link token contracts and scroll down. So in our case, the network, we can just search for it. Avalanche, yeah, here it is. So that's for the mainnet, but in our case it's Fuji. So you can see it's showing the details about that network here also, and then that's the link token that we are going to add, and you can also confirm the chain IDs. It's 43113 that I have shown previously. So you can just click on add to wallet, and if that is not an option, then also we can add any token. I will show that in a later tutorial, like how to add if there is no option, like no button to click. So just click on add to wallet. So you can see it's showing like add suggested tokens. Would you like to import these tokens? And the link and the balance is 0 link because we haven't received any funds from the Faucet yet. We haven't requested yet. So we can just click on add token. Now when you see your MetaMask, then it will show like AVAX, which is the native token of this Avalanche chain, and this is like the link that we have just imported or added to our wallet. Now we can move back to the faucets and check on Avalanche Fuji as well as like Avalanche Fuji AVAX 0.1 AVAX and 25 link tokens. So we can just click on continue, and like in your case, you can like whatever network you are using, if it's available here, you can just request the funds from the faucet as long as it's listed over here. So you can just click on continue, and you can just enter your wallet address. So that's the address, that's our wallet address. You can just copy it and paste it here and here, and then it's asking to sign in using GitHub. So you can use your credentials, like the GitHub credentials. So it's basically to avoid the bot activities and all. Let me just use mine. So now you can see we are seeing an option like to click on get tokens because I've already signed in using GitHub. So I can click on get tokens now. So you can see it's sending. So once these transactions will be successful, now we are seeing the hashes, the respective hashes for the transfer of native AVAX as well as the link tokens. You can also inspect these transactions. It will open up in the node trace. So you can see these are successful. So you can see this one is for the transferring of 0.1 AVAX to our wallet from the faucet address, and this one is for the transferring of 25 link tokens from faucet to our wallet. Now when I prefer dark modes, yeah. So now when we see in our wallet, we can see like the funds being reflected here, like the 25 link tokens and 0.1 AVAX. So now we can use these for testing purposes while interacting with the contracts and deploying them and all, using Remix or using like any other tool like Hardhat or Foundry. Whenever we will be interacting with Avalanche Fuji testnet, then we can utilize these funds. So that's it for this video. I will record a new video soon and keep you guys updated. Till then, take care. Bye.